Hi, my name is Destiny Brown, and today I will be giving an informative speech on dating and Gen Z. This topic can be very broad, but I'm going to break it down into three key points. I'm going to be talking about technology, situationships, and mental health. So, if you're familiar with the term dating, just raise your hand even though I can't see you. Dating is different for everyone, but to me dating is basically meeting new people, exploring what you like, what you don't like, learning new things, and eventually meeting your partner or your lifelong partner, eventually getting married, starting a family and stuff like that. That's dating to me. Dating and Gen Z is completely different. It's different because we have technology. We use Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat to meet new people. We slide into DMs, we see pictures, we post pictures, and that's how we, form relationships naturally on social media, which is not a bad thing. However, when it comes to dating apps, Gen Z isn't a big fan of dating apps. We feel as if it's very transactional. And according to data, only 26% of US online dating users are aged 18 to 29, while 61% are aged 30 to 49. Now that's a good key point because of my experience, my cousin actually met her husband off Tinder, and it's like, with my dating app experiences, I didn't find no husband, but it's different for everybody. But I feel like with millennials, like they value relationships way more than Generation Z. But hey, I feel like I'm in the middle. I would call myself a millennial because yes, I was born in Generation Z, but I grew up like a millennial. But that's because I have an older sister and older cousins, so that's probably why it's different. But it's almost like dating apps for Gen Z feels very, very forced. And when it comes to social media, it's like very, like we could just put it out there without the restrictions and having to pay money and doing all that extra stuff. But my question to you, just like a little question to think to yourself, do you think social media will overgrow dating apps, or do you think dating apps will continue to adapt more to this technology that's rapidly evolving? Me personally, I feel like social media is at the height right now, and it's going to continue to get higher. My next point is situationships. Raise your hand if you've been in a situationship before. Situationships is basically when both partners are less serious, less committed, and it's just very, 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 very casual. However, in situationships, you're doing relationship stuff though. Like you're cooking for each other. You guys are spending the night with each other, hanging out with each other, meeting your parents, meeting each other's parents. Like you're basically already in a relationship. But hey, to teach its own. We listen and we don't judge. But Gen Z, according to research, is more practical when it comes to love and sex, and is less focused on committed relationships than older generations. Which is 100% true, but why are you doing relationship acts? It's almost like playing house. But my generation, we gotta do better. Now, I'm not saying situationships are bad. If that works for you and y'all both on the same page, kudos to you. But a lot of situationships is like one-sided. Like a guy will be in a situationship with a girl, and she thinking that they in a relationship because they're doing relationship stuff, but he's still talking to other females. Make it make sense. 1 + 1 is 2, right? My last point is going to be about mental health awareness. And I really love this point because I really value mental health. And I feel like everyone should really value your own mental health first, period. So, a study by the Center of Generational Kinetics found that 84% of Gen Z believes that there is a mental health crisis in America that shapes their approach to relationships. And I feel like this is so true. With Generation Z, we do prioritize our mental health. However, I feel like we don't have the tools and resources to effectively work on our mental health. To dig deeper, a lot of people will get out of a relationship or a situationship without healing, without working on themselves, without talking it out, without going to a therapist if it needs to be, if it gotta get up, because I know it can get like that. And then they'll move on to the next person, and you're bringing all that baggage, all that trauma. What are we doing? And that's why I feel like before you could love, like somebody, and this for anybody, you really need to love and work on yourself first. Because it just shows how much you value yourself how you treat the next person. I feel as though if you treat somebody else like ish, you feel like you're ish. We're all humans at the end of the day, and I feel like we all need to love on each other. Like, especially times is hard right now, and I feel like partnerships should be valued more. Relationships should be valued more. For me, I come from a family that's been married for over 20 years. And I am very grateful for that, because that's a part of mental health too. Like, a lot of people grow up in single parent households, low income households. Like, it's a lot of stuff that goes into it. And instead of working on that and trying to rebrand themselves and become a better person to create a better life for their next generation, it's like they stuck and they just bring that trauma and baggage onto the next person, and that hurts that person. It's like an endless cycle. Like, you're hurting a lot of people. But I just feel like, for me, I value partnership, and I just feel like it's so beautiful. Love is just so beautiful. And like, I want the husband in the house and the kids. Like, who don't want that? But I feel like that's, like, I'm not gonna speak about every female, but I feel like a lot of females want that. But however, with the girls too, they different. I feel like they could be transactional too when it comes to dating. Meaning, they want to go out with the guy and then, like, you know, have them treat them like, you know, a princess, which is not a problem, but like, I just met and you want to go to a steakhouse and you want a Prada bag and red bottoms. We gotta be more realistic. We have to be realistic. But I could go on a rant all day about that. But this is the end of my speech, and I hope you like it. If you have any questions or concerns, don't be scared to reach out or email me. I'm free to answer any questions. Bye. Have a good day.